Let's start 282 with one of the hottest up-and-coming names in the business. It's the co-main, Paddy Pimblett, Paddy the Baddy. You know, he's 3-0 in UFC. This is the fourth time we're going to see him in the last 15 months. He finds himself as a big favorite here, minus 250 against Jared Gordon. When I handicap fights like this, the rare guy, the up-and-coming guy, I really want to look at the opposition. And what I mean by that is, you're seeing this right now in boxing with Top Rank. They have Muhammad Ali's grandson. He's fighting like crazy. He's knocking everybody out. It's in their best interest to build that resume up and put him in a spot where he can succeed. And for the UFC, Paddy's a rising star. So I wonder here, how big of a threat does Jared Gordon possess against Paddy?
Well, stylistically, a big threat. I mean, I can't sit here and tell you that Jared Gordon is a top 25 UFC lightweight, but UFC at 155 pounds, that's our glamour division. That's our deepest division. But stylistically, in terms of his physicality, in terms of his wrestling and his grappling and his experience in the UFC, absolutely Jared Gordon poses a threat. One of my colleagues, Dean Thomas, the coach on our broadcast, sort of brought up an interesting point about Paddy Pimblett insofar as his big fight ability, right? His ability to shine when the lights are bright. And I do think that the jury is still out as to whether or not Jared Gordon can handle all of the added spotlight that comes with what is now the co-main event on our year-end showcase live on pay-per-view against a guy who, if anybody is going to take whatever baton Conor McGregor can pass, it's this guy. A guy who many believe can actually, if he doesn't project to be a UFC champion, can be the face of the sport. Now, athletically, Paddy Pimblett is far more the plus athlete in this equation, if I can say that respectfully. He has far more gifts on the feet. He's also a willing grappler and knows his way around the jiu-jitsu world as well. So I don't know that there is a pronounced advantage for Jared Gordon on the mat per se. As far as the price is concerned, and I understand what your methodology is when you look at somebody who is all the rage with the masses, I had Paddy pegged more minus 195. Now, does that mean I see value on Jared Gordon? Not necessarily. I just feel like Paddy's getting maybe a skosh more respect than he deserves against somebody as UFC tested as Jared Gordon.
You know, anytime we're talking about Paddy, naturally the conversation will turn to Conor McGregor and how if those two somehow got together, that would just be an incredible super fight that would take over the whole world. Is there a realistic path, in your opinion, to those two getting together down the line?
Not right now. Paddy Pimblett is a former Cage Warriors featherweight champion. That's 145 pounds. He competes in the UFC at 155 pounds. And Paddy Pimblett probably would sooner go to 45. No, he loves food. He's not going to do that. But Conor McGregor is not going to go to 155 pounds anytime soon. There might be a scenario whereby down the line, Conor goes back to lightweight because of who the champion is, and somehow he can get a title fight. Other than that, Conor's going to be at welterweight and above. I wouldn't be surprised to see Conor at 80 or 85 at some point in his UFC career. So I don't think divisionally it necessarily lines up unless Paddy Pimblett was the UFC champion, in which case, all bets are off. But at least right now, foundationally, Joseph, I don't see it.